Hello, this is my presentation on animal cruelty by Lucas Calderon. So, animal abuse, often known as an animal cruelty, is the act of causing an animal, usually tame, one physical pain, suffering, or even death, beyond what is necessary for standard correction. It can also involve heinous acts of neglect, such as depriving an animal of food and water, which resulted in the animal suffering, dying, or being in a grave risk of dying. Abuse of animals can lead to abuse and violence against people and be a part of domestic violence. It is similar to how abusers use their partners as puppets in order to assert their dominance over them. Family pets are frequently threatened with harm, tragically even killed. Now, moving on to the issues, the animal has significant mating, a dirty coat, open sores, and apparent wounds, and is in poor physical condition. It looks to be infected with ticks or fleas. It is underweight, and the bones are easily seen. It can have clogged eyes or ears, be unable to walk at all or hobble. It obviously needs veterinary attention and is in bodily discomfort. Lack of food or water. You notice this animal's lack of readily accessible supplies of food and water every time you see it. It could be exceedingly sluggish and belligerent as a result of hunger and thirst. Moving on to lack of shelter. The animal is kept in a place that is always exposed to the sun or bad weather. Lack of hygiene, and when an animal is abandoned, it is left in an apparent empty home or yard. It is illegal to leave an animal in all 50 states of the United States, yet reports of companion animals being abandoned and left to fend for themselves within empty apartments or apartment complexes are frighteningly frequent and common around the world. Be especially cautious if and ever you know to have an animal in the home moves or stops visiting. When left alone, some dogs will whine and bark to communicate their concern, but a dog that has been screaming or barking for several hours is clearly in need of rapid, life-saving care. Animal cruelty cases sometimes fall under the purview of many state and municipal authorities and departments, and the formal handling authority varies. Animal welfare groups, such as humane societies, societies for the prevention of cruelty to animals, etc., in certain jurisdictions have sophisticated programs with highly trained employees that respond to all reports of animal cruelty. While they may have the legal ability to look into and enforce animal cruelty laws, people frequently view them as less legitimate than police. They may go by the names of animal cruelty enforcement agents, humane law enforcement agents, cruelty investigation, and others. Animal cruelty enforcement officers work alongside police in various regions, and police may be fully responsible for implementing all animal protection regulations in locations without local animal care groups. Even though they frequently lack the budget, knowledge, and capacity to conduct animal cruelty investigation, when local human organizations are present, police frequently send reports of animal abuse to these organizations. Now, it is important also to know the types of animal cruelty. So, when an animal's owner neglects to give it enough food, water, shelter, or medical attention, it is considered abuse. A severe kind of neglect, known as hoarding, occurs when an individual acquires an excessive number of pets, fails to meet even the most basic needs for food, housing, veterinary care, or cleanliness, and keeps the animal in incredibly close quarters. Such as carelessness causes the animal to become unwell, starve, and sometimes even die. Intentional acts that cause an animal pain, suffering, or even death are referred to as physical abuse. Beating, burning, choking, suffocating, dragging, drowning, kicking, or stomping is considered abusive activities for these animals.